Yo, so this is going to be kind of a documentation, nothing motivational here. But really, all I'm focusing on for now, like this entire year, is to get comfortable under any sort of pressure. So, what do I mean, comfort under pressure? You know, when you're approaching someone, like let's say just starting a conversation, the moment before you open your mouth, your heart starts to race like mad. I don't know what's it like for you, but it's like that for me. My heart just races. It just happens, and my entire body tenses up instead of loosening up. And when I open my mouth, there is this sudden surge of hesitation, and I make the stupidest statement, and then I pause, and I'm thinking urgently to say, thinking about what to say next. And this cycle has been happening for a while. Like, I'm trying to become more confident, speak better. But I'm realizing that speaking better, confidence, it doesn't come from doing confident and speaking better. It comes from being comfortable doing those things. Like, if I could paint you a picture, think of James Bond. A lot of men out there want to be like him because he is the pinnacle of what a gentleman should look like. But what they don't get is, even though it's fiction, his character comes from within. It's not like he's acting, even though he is. But the character portrays this aura of confidence, composure, seduction, charm. All these things come from within. One thing I realized in myself, ever since finding purpose in my life and taking action on it, is that it has changed how I carry myself. Because what perspective does is that it changes your view on the world. And once you change your view of how you see the world, your day-to-day life becomes different. You walk differently, you talk differently. And because of that, I naturally started moving slower. I spoke with intention. I carried myself much more better than a version of me a while back. It's because of that perspective. And people like James Bond has a really unique perspective on life. And that's why he gets to be so calm under tension, sexual and whether it's life-threatening. That's why he gets to be so calm, comfortable under any situation. Because he is Bond within, not just Bond outside. So how am I training this way of achieving comfort under any sort of pressure? Like in my day-to-day life, I jump right into pressure. Whenever I'm outside, whether I'm going for a walk, going to the grocery store, whatever, I make it a point to literally start conversations everywhere. So usually the grocery store that I go to has some of these sales reps that come in from some insurance companies, education companies, and they just start selling their product. But the thing is, during these moments of conversations, because they make it a point to approach me, they just ask me like, hey, have you heard of us, blah 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 blah. A version of me back then would just collapse. I don't know why, I just collapse. But now, it's almost as if I am present with them. I'm still scared, my heart is still racing, and I of course tend to speak quicker than I would naturally do, because I don't want to speak quick. Like, I'm trying to speak slower under that pressure. But what I'm realizing now compared to then is that I'm more comfortable because of putting myself in these situations. Like, even starting conversations with randoms. That's what I like to call strangers, randoms. It's not an easy skill because the speaking part and the initiating part are two different things. Most people, when they start small talk, they hesitate, like I do. I do still hesitate before initiating the conversation. And during the conversation, all I care about is asking the next stupid question. And that's a mistake that I've been making a lot. First of all, it's hesitating before the interaction even starts, because I'm planning this stupid outcome in my head on how the conversation will turn out. But most of the time, it doesn't even turn out like that. So I just speak. But the problem comes when the conversation starts. I'm constantly thinking of what to say next instead of observing myself and the other person, being present. And I avoid silence after that. Like when it gets really tense in that moment. Like let's say it's in an elevator, it's quiet, it's small, and you just stop asking questions for a while. It gets awkward. But that's what I'm training. I want to sit in that awkward silence and make the other person feel uncomfortable and lean in because of my natural comfort towards silence. And when people start doing that, you know that you are physically and internally comfortable. And that's the first step to influence persuasion. That's the first step to becoming someone like Bond. It's not that I'm acting like Bond, but these traits can be trained. And that's what I'm training so that it gets into my head and it happens naturally. And with the existing perspective that I have on the world, that builds up on top of it. So that's a plus as well. Another thing also under the topic of pressure and all is eye contact. So when I'm walking and someone's walking towards me, I make it a point to stare. I just look, not stare. Probably gaze would be the right word. But the moment they look at me for a split second, I just hesitate. I just look away and I either look away or give them a quick smile. But it looks so forced and tweaked. It's like a twitch, reactive, and it shows uncertainty. That's something as well I'm trying to fix. Because it doesn't come from acting confident or any of those things. It comes from slowing down. So what I'm going to do for today is when I get into these situations, I'm going to slow down even more. Gaze longer. So till the other person looks back at me the second time, which is after the quick look, then I smile. Not just look away like an idiot and act like everybody else. That's one thing. So these are the two things that I am focusing on right now. It's that social pressure. In terms of pressure in general, because that is my weak point in my character. Everything else is like okay. Like I get up early, I'm disciplined, I work out, I eat clean, all these things. Like I have ambition. Like so what if I have all these things if I can't stay comfortable under pressure? Like that's so important. If I fix that just by a bit, conversations become smoother. I become smoother. I feel more comfortable. People lean in more. The work that I'm doing, sales, becomes so much easier. Conversations are built instantly. Rapport is built instantly. It doesn't feel forced. And that's what I'm trying to build. Because I collapse under any sort of pressure. Social pressure, work pressure, and I lose awareness after that. And I don't want to end up in this situation time and time again. I know this is something that you grow up and learn, but I'm the type of guy to not wait. I want to put in the work now and really focus on this one thing and build my character. You see, I'm not building a business or anything. I'm building pillars of my character so that I can be that man who achieves all those things. I don't want to be that guy who puts himself down under authority. I don't want to be that guy. Because I've realized when I'm talking to people of status, like entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs, CEOs even, like I collapse. Literally, I put myself down all the way. And it looks like I'm begging, even though I'm just having a human conversation with them. So these are little things that I'm realizing that are affecting me a lot. I'm naturally ambiverted, I would say. And I don't want to go all the way to extroversion, but I just want to be this calm and controlled kid who's always composed, no matter what, whether it's It's sexual tension, social tension, like even talking to girls, talking to strangers. Like these are skills that can be trained, and it's so important that someone does these things because it's you, it's me that is going to carry. Well, the punctuation is wrong. The tense is wrong. Point is, yeah, it's. I'm going to carry myself. No one is going to carry myself on my journey. No one's going to carry me on my journey. What am I saying, bro? Really, that is it. That is my failing pillar. Like even this recording thing. After this, I'll just analyze the speech, where I fucked up, where I did well, where I need improvement. Like everything is to build character. Because my only dream is to walk into a room and not feel scared. Walk into a room, not feel scared, and knowing that I've read everyone in the room, while still being so comfortable. Like that childlike comfort. It's like if you were to put a kid in a board meeting, he would just start playing in the corner, just start laughing. But not like a child, but more of this suave, this sophistication. Like exactly like Bond, just Bond. Comfort. That's what I want. Nothing too crazy, just documenting. I hope this helped anyone, maybe on a similar journey. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.